Yo, 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 it's Wednesday night. And you know what that means? It's Knuckleheads in the building. It's Knucklehead Sports, baby. What's going on, Hochi?
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, people?
Chilling, brother. Chilling, man. We out here, man. We doing this shit every fucking day. You know what I'm
I hear
saying? Shit, man. Yo, we got a fucking week ahead of us, man. We got a weekend ahead of us. After the college football blowout, fucking what was it? Virginia? Was it Virginia? And
that.
TCU? Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
Georgia?
Georgia. Yo,
I,
fucking
I
blew
can
them
no
out
longer
what, seven
I can no longer say just Georgia. I have to say Georgia.
word. TCU is going Georgia.
Stop beating me. Stop beating me.
Word.
It was like 65-7 or something like that.
They called the cops on them, like, please, domestic dispute.
But like, yo, them motherfuckers over there getting their ass beat, bro.
Word. By the end of the first quarter, they were like, all right, yo, let's go home.
Dude, end of the first quarter, they already done like 35-7. I was like, yo, my man, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. We was getting updates on it, and at one point we was like, yo, there's no way that it's 65. Oh shit, it's 65-7. Like, how, Sway? How?
Listen, man, it happens. They beat Alabama, which they shouldn't. You know, Alabama probably thought TCU. Come on, these little young Thundercat motherfuckers, even though they're all young, you know. No, I know. Pretty sure Nick Saban was like, nah, my squad got it.
Word.
You know, and he got Alabama ended up getting got. It's simple as that. Just remember, like the movie says. I mean, it wasn't a Sunday, but any given Sunday.
Word. Yeah. And that's the beauty about football in the playoffs. It only takes one game.
It's one game.
That's it.
It's one game. You
and
better come with everything. You better come with everything you got.
Word. Don't you leave it all out on the field. Like they
Like
said
my
it.
man G. Hackman said in replacement. And the replacements, there is no tomorrow.
That's right. Shit, like they said in The Water Boy. It's the last game of the season, Jeff. Leave it all out on the field.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit. What's going on, Joseph? Joseph is in the building.
Yes, sir. I see that. See that.
Where he said the Cowgirls about to be the one and done in the playoffs. Yo, what's
They
up?
gotta play. I think they're playing Brady.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
And they gotta go to Tampa to do it because since they didn't win the division and Tampa Bay ended up winning the division, Tampa Bay gets the home game, even though they have a worse record.
That's crazy how Tampa Bay came out of nowhere and won the division. If the Jets was in the division, they'd have been fucking clinched.
Nobody won that division. That shit was up in the air the whole fucking year. You got the Bucks, the Falcons. Who's the other team? The other two teams, the Panthers and the Saints. Come on, we don't need the Panthers. We weren't gonna do shit. I mean, when you had Baker Mayfield as the starting quarterback, you already know he wasn't doing shit. That's right, people. I said a Baker Mayfield ain't shit.
Word. Yeah, he ain't doing shit.
You know, and then you know the Saints. I think once Jameis Winston got hurt, and another year without no Michael Thomas, that team wasn't going anywhere. I mean, the Falcons. I mean, let's cut the crap. It's the Falcons. They haven't been relevant since they fucking ended up fucking choking on the Super Bowl.
It's true. Shit, I don't even think like the Falcons are 7-10, but I was like, I don't even think the Falcons were playing this season.
Diablo.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? I like every time we do the weekly picks, I'm like, Falcons. Did they do anything?
They play?
Yeah, I'm like, who's on their team? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's tough. It's tough. But I'm pretty sure because the shellacking that they got coming. The draft up this upcoming draft, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a bunch of Georgia players being picked, selected.
Word. And not a lot of TCU players though. They still gonna be in the hospital after that ass whooping.
Yeah, you know what? I can't even say nothing because it's true. Like when somebody told me, "Yo, TCU beat Bama," I said, "What?" You know that Russell Wilson fucking clip? He goes, "What?" That's exactly what my face expression. What? Like, what is you smoking? But TCU upset Alabama.
Yeah, my bad. I just got a text message from work, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy the way that shit went. Cause yo, we're going for Michigan. You know, the Pro Wrestling Podcast. You know, he's a big Michigan fan, so we was like, all right, let's back up Pro, and then they lose, and it's like, damn, son, you gonna beat
Well, it's
Michigan and
funny
lose
because
like that?
growing up, I had two favorite college football teams: Florida State and Michigan. You know, I
Yeah,
grew up in the '80s. So when I found out that there was a college team called the Wolverines, I'm like, yo, my favorite comic book character is Wolverine. Okay.
word.
And then I love the color blue, and now their colors is blue and yellow. So I was like, yo, it works. You know, and then no, I grew up watching those, Dion, and and then latter teams like your man Warwick Dunn, Charlie Ward on Florida State. So I was like, yo, but yeah, growing up was Florida State and Michigan. So I just it's just funny how when you look at Michigan, the last 4 years with Harbaugh there is like always, yo, is he coming back next year? Whatever, but like they'll do up and down in the regular year, and then they'll go to the bowl game and lose in the bowl game. I think in all the time he's been in Michigan, he's only won one bowl game. So it's like, yo, he'll
Shit.
take you to a bowl game, but you're probably not gonna win.
Yeah, right.
And it's funny because they were saying how ever since he's been back in Michigan coaching, he really hasn't had like a really good quarterback until this year.
Yeah. Oh, President Apri is giving us his picks. Yo, go to the link in that I just put in the chat and put your put your picks in for the
Who won
thing,
last
bro.
week? I saw my report. I had 11 out of 16.
I think I had 10 out of 16. I gotta find out where. Here you go. Wait, that was 18. Where the hell is where's the report? Kenny usually gives us a reminder of that shit, but
Yeah.
scores released. Wait, that was Wednesday, January 4th. That was last week.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think the
hey.
report, it should be
Yeah, I
like
was,
June 9th
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, January 9th. Yeah, 10 out of 16 I went.
Not
I'm gonna
bad.
hit up. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Kenny, see what's going on. All right, cool, Joseph. I just set my picks also.
Yeah, I gotta do these picks. All right, so we got
The good thing
man
is there's
Derpy
only
saying,
like fucking what, 1,
oh,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games.
yeah, but your man, I guess Derpy 501 Chargers over
Yeah.
the Jags. I actually like that game. I think that's one of the games I want to go to the bar and watch. That should be a very entertaining game. I'm sorry, no, the Ravens with no Lamar, the Bengals gonna whip that ass.
Yeah. We just gotta make
You know,
sure that Weston Higgins ain't all fucked up mentally after what he
yeah,
did to
yeah,
Hammond.
yeah, yeah. I was reading somewhere how one, I think it was your former Raven and former Jet player, Bart Scott or whatever, was saying that T Higgins or whoever it was is partially to blame because of your man.
Because he hit him.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a freak accident though. That was a freak accident. Like,
There's some people there's some players that went at him and they get my man, what are you talking about? Basically, my man, just sit down and shut up.
where like,
Yeah, there's some players that got at him like, my man, how you gonna say that your man Higgins did that shit on purpose or it's his fault? The fucking freak accident.
yeah, he's not a fucking doctor. Like, I'm gonna hit you in your jejunum and cause you to die. My man
My
wanted
man,
2 extra
he
yards.
did everything that we would do. You just put your head down and try to get a couple extra yards.
Word. Put your shoulder into it. That's what they taught us as kids.
Yeah. It's
Shit.
funny, but let's talk about all these firings of head coaches.
Word.
And how your man Lovey Smith knew the Texans were gonna fire him and said, you know what? If I got a chance to win the game, I'm gonna win the game and school these motherfuckers out of having the #1 overall pick.
I mean,
I got
what they needed.
I love that. You know what? I do the same shit too.
What? So they
My
needed
man,
to lose to get the #1 pick, and they won.
they had the #1 pick for the majority of the year. Up until like the last week.
Yeah.
If they would have lost, they get the #1 pick. If they win, it goes to the Bears. Well, because of the Hail Mary and then the 2-point conversion and then beating the Colts and the Bears losing, now the Bears have the #1 overall pick.
Shit.
Right. But the fucked up thing is that, like, look, I don't want to get slaughtered, you know, but how you man Deshaun Watson was like, yo, I want out of Houston, and all of a sudden, all these women started coming out saying that, yo, he did this, he did that. Like we all know, it's coming to light that Houston is an asshole fucking franchise.
So you think Houston did that to Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, yo, come on now. All this shit happened during the pandemic, right? Supposedly, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the moment this motherfucker says, "Yo, I want to get traded, I want out of Houston," all of a sudden,
He touched
this,
me.
yeah, all of a sudden, all these women started to come forward, you know. But it's like I'm pretty sure they were aware of it and they were keeping it hush. But
Yeah.
the moment he said he wanted it out, I was like, nigga, we're gonna let all your dirty laundry out there now.
Word. I mean, damn, that's fucked up. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that shit. If they like set him up for that.
100% could that shit is easy to do. That shit is easy to do. Oh, you want out of Houston? All right, we're gonna make sure nobody wants you.
Word.
Because what people don't understand is he had a no trade clause, so it's not like they can ship that. It's not like they can ship him to fucking the worst team in the NFL at that time and get a whole bunch of picks for him. Like he could have been like, nah, I don't want to go there, so I'm not going there. Like he
Yeah.
had approved, he had like to approve the trade destination.
I mean, You think maybe that was the only team that was willing to wait for him?
Bro,
Because
who knows?
he didn't start playing until what, week 10?
Well, yeah. Well, no, the Browns were the only team that was that. You think about it. At that point, there was three teams, two major teams that were. They said that was like they were like, oh, they're the front runners to land Deshaun Watson in the trade, and in those two teams, neither of those teams were the Browns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So out of left field, the Browns came, and I guess they made them a better offer than anybody else. And they were like, all right, we'll take it. But yeah, man, listen, man, the way these owners operate, I'm sorry, they're a bunch of rich billionaire white men. The majority of them are. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. They don't give a. They think that their money with their money they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, Joseph goes, the Houston Rockets didn't treat James Harden like that whenever he requested a trade. He loved the strip club scene in Houston. Yo, but didn't they also show him going to like parties without the mask and he got
Yes,
fat and all that other shit? He
yes,
was
they
doing that
did.
shit himself.
Houston,
Like, yo, the Texans
Houston.
will.
The moment James Harden said he wanted out of Houston, all of a sudden before the trade demand, oh, we love James Harden, we love this, we love him, and whatever. The moment he said he wanted out of Houston, they did the same thing to him too. But
Word.
what was it? Stephen A. Smith. And a lot of people don't like Stephen A. Smith because they think he's just a loud, obnoxious black man. But he made a point. He goes, over the last couple of years, the Texans have last year they hired a black coach. After 1 year, they fired him. This year, well, they hired a black coach in Lovie Smith, and they fired him. He's like, yo, if you're a black player, a black coach, why would you want to go to Houston?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But then again, like Houston sucks and they just blame it on the coach.
Yeah, bro. I
Shit.
remember when Houston became the expansion team.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, they're gonna, and they took Derek Carr's brother, David Carr, who ended up getting sacked like 500 times in the first 3 years of his career. I'm like, yo, and that's what I tell people. I said, what good is a quarterback if you can't protect them?
Seriously. That was shit. Yo, when Deshaun Watson asked for his release in Houston, they released the tapes of Sean Watson's voicemails and all that. And I got the tapes. This is what Houston said that Deshaun Watson told him when he wanted his release.
My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. I want you to play with my ding-a-ling.
This act is over.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's what he told the girls.
But listen, we've had this conversation before, so we're not even gonna go into that. But the real, not surprised, because a lot of people saw it coming. The Cardinals firing your boy Kingsley.
Yeah.
I think, I think they're gonna regret the shit out of that.
Shit, man. To be honest with you, they needed a better quarterback. Like Kyle Murray was doing his thing, but he ain't. I don't think he was the quarterback to take that team somewhere.
Well, again, the moment that in a quarterback's contract you put that he has to spend a certain amount of hours studying game film on his old time, there's a problem.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, for the owners to put that in the contract, it had to come from the head coach. You know, they're like, oh, that's how their relationship fell. You know, that's what Kyler Murray was like, no longer respecting, Kingsley, and I'm like, my man, you have the proof where Kyler Murray literally came out and said, "Nah, I don't study film. I'm too basically saying I'm too good. I don't need to study film. My athletic ability will make up anything, without me having to watch film." Yeah, my
Yeah, and
man,
that
Tom Brady spends like fucking 30 fucking hours a night, studying
word,
the game film.
word,
You
and
know, what I mean,
Cruz is in the building.
you, remember, it's like
No, but yeah,
it's
you
like, my
could
man,
tell that.
you're not good. You're
that-
not good. Yeah, you're a good player, and you have an incredible athletic ability. But like I tell a lot of people, everybody that's in the NFL is better athletically. Anybody else who's not in the NFL.
Yeah, and the crazy shit is like you can tell that he's just depending on his athletic ability because he's not doing anything that's worth like being like a quarterback that got a mind for it. I mean, you get Lamar Jackson on the fucking Cardinals with Hopkins and
Ooh,
Connor. Yo, I think that might
exactly.
be better. And plus, he ain't fucking what 5'1".
No, 5-1 Diablo.
Oh yeah, are you guys Murray?
You broke up there. What are we? What
Are you
are we shitting you?
shitting on Kyler Murray?
I
Just
am.
saying.
I don't think it's
Well,
that
yeah,
good. As good as you think you are, you still athletic ability is only going to take you but so far when it comes to the NFL. Especially if you're a quarterback, bro, you have to go study that game film.
I mean, he wasn't utilizing the shit he had because a lot of the time he just looked like he was hike run the ball. Like my man was waiting for 7 Mississippi and started running sometimes.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Besides the names that might seem to be popular, he has a very good offense. His old line is not top 10 or 15, so that's why he's hike. Hopkins is Hopkins. He's a dog. Respect. Like who they have for tight end? Zach Ertz.
Zach
He's on
Ertz
his way
before he got.
out.
Nah, yo, he was
He's
doing his
always
thing
like
until he got his. He was doing his thing until he got an ACL surgery. Believe me, I had him in fantasy.
as a threat. Maybe I give you that. Hopkins. They just
Dang, you breaking up bad, girls.
You fucking with the Apple products.
Yo, I feel like we're gonna see it live where he just throws that shit out the fucking window. Like we're just gonna be in the street. Like Cruz, you right?
You hear me good?
I hear
Better.
you better.
Better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better now.
Alright.
All right, so his O line is not 15.
Shout out. So his O line is not as good. His running backs. James Conner always gets hurt. Bro, I just don't think Arizona's a good team. On paper, yo, what's good, normal guy? There's nothing normal about you, bro. But what's up, bro?
Word.
In a good way. But nah, the defense is solid. Maybe their coaching, or maybe just Murray wants out of there. Maybe.
Dude, he should have never signed that extension. You remember, this is the same kid, and I'm gonna call him a kid.
Wouldn't you sign for extra money? I would.
But he still had 2 years left on his rookie contract. Went on his Instagram, took everything off concerning the Cardinals, and was like, "Yo, if I don't get an extension, I'm not playing next year." Because that's basically what he told him. He told him, "Yo, I don't get an extension. I'm not playing next year." But if you look at the Cardinals, they start off hot, and they always do. They except for this year because Hopkins was out and a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? They start off hot and then they fade in the second half. And if you look at all the numbers, they fade because the offense starts to fade. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, if you can be great athletically, but studying the game is it will put you above and beyond the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are not gifted athletically. They're not. But my man, they were in that study room dissecting defenses. And Kyler Murray was known to be like, yo, I'm not gonna go study. I got it. I'm good. On some Jamarcus Russell shit.
Man, I don't know if those reports are real, bro. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know this guy.
My man, they put it in the contract.
Man. When I
they put it in the
some
contract.
episodes of Hard Knocks in season, I saw him in the film room. I mean, he was there throwing the pass. Like, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He was watching film when I saw Hard Knocks. He could be fronting for the camera. I don't know.
There's something missing in the Cardinals.
Why can't we question coaching?
I mean, apparently
Maybe
everybody questioned coaching. They fired the fucking offensive coordinator for the Jets. And I'm like, the offensive coordinator wasn't the problem. It was the problem we had 4 quarterbacks on the fucking field this season. That was the problem. Why don't we fire the offensive lineman coach? Yeah. We didn't have a line. Our third string quarterback was our fucking...
That could be iffy.
Our third string quarterback was the quarterback of the season for us, and we can't protect him.
I mean, without the O-line, bro, it's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. Without O-line, but also you also gotta understand, the dude was 5'11". Dude is 5'11". For him to be able to look over his offensive line, his drops are deeper than normal quarterbacks.
I mean, but nowadays everybody's scrambling anyway.
Right, but when he's in that pocket, yeah. But Drew Brees also. If you look at Drew Brees when you look at Drew Brees and when he was in the pocket. His pocket was deep. Like you would see that he wasn't like, like on some Brady or some of these quarterbacks that are 5'5", 5'4". They'll take the ball, take 2 steps back, and be deep in the pocket. Brady was taking 4 or 5 steps back, so it's kind of, what I'm saying. That way they can see the field better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can just see that kind of depended too much on his athletic ability. And if there comes, but there's a time, right? But he even came out and said it that he doesn't do any extra studying on film. He's like, no, I don't need to. That? Yeah, he said that. He said that.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, maybe that's something he had to say to get him on the hot seat to get out of there. I don't know what. When you're.
But the crazy thing is,
when you're unhappy at work, it shows. Like, it's all over the field. You start throwing, start having attitude. You start disgruntled, and it shows. And politically, you'll get me off this fucking team, bro. I want to get out. Like, he can't.
Okay, if you want to get off, if you want to get off the team. Nah, but if you wanted to get off the team, why would you demand them give you an extension?
Because you don't know when he could get hurt. Just like this season when he got the money now. Because when they try to get the money, and they say, yo, after the season, they get ability of them getting hurt is huge. Like, he got hurt. Lamar Jackson, he's waiting. My man gets hurt, so that diminishes his contract. You know what I mean?
Right, but
Like,
there's a difference between Lamar and Kyler.
In football, when they demand the money, because that's 100% injury league. Like, you're getting, you know what I mean?
Listen, I don't have anything against when they demand their money, but it's Kyler's situation and Lamar's situation is two very big this situation. Kyler Murray was coming off his second year off his rookie deal. So rookie deals are 4 years with a 5th-year option.
Right.
You know, the Ravens picked up Lamar's 5th-year option and never negotiated for any more years. So Kyler Murray on his rookie year still had guarantee money in the bank. Lamar has no more guarantee money.
Allegedly.
You know, it's all about that guarantee.
Agents and lawyers.
Yeah, it's all about that guarantee money, baby. But my whole thing is, Kyler was like, yo, like you can tell that he didn't study the game film on the defenses he's playing against, because he thinks his athletic ability, like he'll do the minimum, the bare minimum, like when you're in, when you come to practice and it's game film time in practice or whatever. But if you want to become great, you know what I'm saying, as a quarterback, bro, you gotta be in the room, in the game room, in the film room when there's nobody there.
Well, right, but that can also only take you that far when it comes to the game of football. To be surrounded or be, I can say that. You got to be surrounded with great players, and you have to be around good coaching, because coaching be botching the games, and play calling. Like, coaches got to do film as well, because there's a lot of questions every season in the league. Oh,
absolutely.
Right,
but
so we have to
absolutely. Coaching. You gotta have good coaches. I mean, just look at the Giants. You go from Joe Judge, who don't know what the fuck he's doing, to Brian Daboll, and he's basically have the same squad because the Giants said they have a lot of money, and this year the Giants are in the playoff with a very suspect roster. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That roster is suspect.
It's all coaching. What coaching is not just calling plays, running practices. Like, coaching is overall. Like, coaching is game planning for the game and also keeping the players happy. Like, coaches are responsible for a lot. Like, they got to keep you happy. You got to practice the right way. You got to prepare them for the game plan, and we have to make sure they execute. Right.
Right, like, but check how crazy this thing is. Check how crazy this thing is. The Cardinals hire Kingsley, or whatever his fucking name is.
Kingsbury.
And he was Kingsbury, whatever. Kingsley, Kingsbury, I don't know. Typical white boy's name.
Cliff.
And he, remember the previous year, the previous year they had just drafted Josh Rosen. And he went out and was like, no, I'm going to go and draft my man Kyler Murray. He was the one that went out and put himself on the line for Kyler Murray, and now he's out of a job because of Kyler Murray. How fucked up is that? I
mean, it be like that sometimes. But yo, let me as the show in this part, because I don't watch it as extensively as y'all, but I was invested this season because of the fantasy football. But the way I saw the Cardinals, they were struggling to do anything. And then when Hopkins came in, it felt like they gave him an extra option, and Hopkins relieved some pressure on Connor, and it opened up at least for like 2 games where Hopkins and Connor were able to work together and do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, I started noticing they're not giving the ball to Hopkins. Like, he's not doing nothing, but Connor's trying to do stuff, and then vice versa. It's like, yo, he doesn't use, from what I'm seeing, he's not using his entire team to the best of their ability. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
he's like, I'm
and
gonna
I'm gonna tell
use
you
my
right now.
running and pick one guy in this game and just go after that one guy.
But that's what I'm trying to say. And that if he was to study game film, he would realize the defense's tendencies. You know, so again, like you can have the best coaches in the world, but if the players don't want to take or adhere to that coaching, it don't matter. It just don't.
Yeah.
And like the old saying goes, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I'm blaming the coach.
At one
All
point,
right,
yeah, because at
all right, but
least like
let's say the coach calls a perfect play, but the players don't execute.
Correct.
How is that on the coach?
It's that, but that situation
It
will
goes
be on the
hand in
coach.
hand, Joe.
If you
Gross.
can see that on film,
It
like
goes hand.
if you can see it on film that the coach made the right decision, the right play, finding out whose fault it is. On film, you see the defense and you see the offense or the defense they called. And if it was the perfect offense, you're not on the hot seat. Players, like I'm calling the right players, GM, owner, but they're not executing. Show them, like, look, they had a pass defense. I ran the ball. They had a blitz. They're not executing. Give me a new quarterback in the draft. You can weed out. You can weed those out. I just don't know that because I'm not in the film room, so I don't know if the coaches are right or not. But all I'm saying, the team.
Well, they want him to have input.
Happened.
They want him to have input on the next coach that comes in.
Kyler?
Well,
and
Kyler?
we've already seen that he's with. Yeah.
Oh, so there you go. It was the coach.
But you know what? Like I was telling Hochi, I don't know if you heard me, Chris. I was saying that I felt like Kyler Murray was depending on his running a lot, because like this is what I've seen this season. He was depending on his running a lot, his athletic ability a lot, and they put a lot of weight on Connor when Hopkins wasn't available in those first 6 games or whatever. And it was like, yo, I can't do nothing. The teams knew it was Connor and Murray. You stop those two, they're not winning. Then Hopkins comes in and opens up another threat. And when he utilized both threats, they were doing good. And then he just said, fuck it, I'm going to utilize, Hopkins doing good, I'm going to throw it to Hopkins and not do nothing with the run game. I'm going to throw it to this guy and not do nothing with this guy. I felt like he got comfortable having one target or one plan of attack each game instead of for utilizing most of his weapons, because he had more than just Hopkins and Connor on his team. It's just I had my eyes on those two because those are my guys on the fantasy draft, but he wasn't utilizing them. You know what I'm saying?
I think
you gotta remember this team traded.
Yeah, I mean the coach got to tell him like, yo, because the coach got to coach him like, yo, you got to use these people. But
right, but you gotta remember this team traded from.
Design the place.
The coach, the organization traded for Marquise Brown in the offseason.
Yeah, I think that was a good
You know
move.
what I'm saying? I don't know. Do you think Marquise Brown is an upgrade over Christian Kirk? That's who they lost.
I think it's a bigger. Christian Kirk could be more solid, more consistent. Marquise to hit the home run more often. We know what Hollywood.
Right. So I'm gonna put it like this. Crazy. I'm gonna put it like this. No, your boy draws up the play. The coach calls a play that Hopkins goes over the middle or whatever, and if he's not there, Marquise Brown is on the long ball. But if your man Kyler Murray doesn't realize that the defense he's playing loves to drop the middle linebacker into coverage to help with that end route that Hopkins is playing, and now that leaves Marquise up one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? If Kyler is not the one looking at that film, it doesn't matter if the coach calls the perfect play. Hey, you got this because you called this in out for Hopkins. Now Marquise is one-on-one with the third with the nickel cornerback, which is usually the third best cornerback on the team. You know what I'm saying? And he's burning him. But if Kyler Murray doesn't realize, hey, if this option is gone, I got Marquise on the flat. If he's not studying that, he's not gonna know he has that option. So you can coach or the player, you can coach the person all you want, but if the player doesn't want to listen, just like we can give advice to people all we want, you know what I'm saying? But if that person doesn't, that person can listen to our advice, here's our advice, but doesn't listen to it, it falls on deaf ears.
Yeah, I feel you, Joseph. Like that's legit. That's legit. But it was whole situation. I think he took the money. He sold his soul in this hellhole. Hopkins is probably a diva. That's the narrative we all receive. Always wanting the ball, always crying. He probably
Well, you know what? I never got
the ball around, but Hopkins is always calling for it, and he screams at me like, "What you want me to do? Get me out of here!"
Yo, the truth, I never got that.
Allegedly,
never got that.
Don't know.
Right, never got that vibe from Hopkins. All I know is last year, or when Kyler, when the year started last year, Kyler was killing it with Hopkins and Kirk and Christian Kirk. He was killing it. They started off like they were like almost like they were like 9-1 at one point last year, or some stupid shit like that.
Which
you know what I'm saying? I just think, like I said it before, you can have the greatest coach in the world, but the players still got to go out there and execute. And if I'm calling the play, and the quarterback doesn't understand the play fully, I can call the perfect play. But if my quarterback, my general on the field, doesn't understand the play, it's a shitty play. All I know is next year, Arizona's going to give him a chance to have some say in the head coaching shit. If next year, hold on, if next year he gets the coach he wants, and they start off 0-6, yeah, my man, he's going to be booed out the fucking stadium.
I don't think it's the coach, and I don't think it's Kyler Murray. I think it's lack of leadership or lack of conviction, because I was watching the Hard Knock shit, during the season, and you see their safety. I'm tired of fucking losing. He's the only one. Yeah, he's the only one that was tired of losing. And every time they were about to win, they made a stupid mistake. That's not the coach's fault. That's your team is checked out for some reason.
That could be tied to coaching because of lack of discipline or practice. If a team is always calling or doing stupid mistakes,
or lack of respect,
coaches need to tighten. But it's not all coaching. Like, you're right. Like, you know what I mean? It's not all, because I could still drop the ball on the fumble. Come on, bro. Like, I get it.
I'm saying there's something they're missing. Like, not everybody has that fire lit on them. Yeah. And when you got people out there willing to kill, you got people out there willing to kill themselves for this team, and like 80% of the people don't give a shit. Like, bro,
But listen, no matter that could be a couple of things.
Like, no matter how much you give me an extension, if I start seeing my team ain't playing for me the way I'm playing for them, I want out also.
Yeah.
Right, but if a lot of players are feeling that way, they're either feeling that way because maybe they don't respect the coaching or the coaches or the coaching staff or the head coach. Because let's cut the shit. Most of these players, you know what I'm saying, they're getting paid money. They're millionaires. Most of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're getting paid money. So to have somebody talk to have somebody talk to me, and let's cut the crap. A lot of these guys are like, yo, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
think
can't talk to the
emotional
NFL.
roller coaster.
Right. You know, a lot of these guys, they're like, you can't talk to me like the way you would talk to a college kid. You know what I'm saying? Which I find funny because some of the people with that kind of mentality were like in college last year. Like, my man, you got drafted, you're a rookie, or your second year, your second year in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You're only what, 23, 24? You're still a kid. I just think you're right, Joe. There's something missing, or Vince, there's something missing on that team because they have enough good players and enough veteran presence. You know what I'm saying, to do some stuff.
Yeah, and
Now
they make
you gotta
mistakes.
remember, last year, the last 2 years, like the first 10 game of the season, they're like both years they're like they were like 7-3, whatever. Like they had very good records,
Yeah.
and then they just fell off.
This was
And then
supposed to
they
be a
just
big season for them.
Yeah,
well,
This
it was
supposed to be.
until Hopkins got hit with that PED thing. That's 6 games right there.
Never recovered after that.
You know what I'm saying? That's a big blow right there. I tell you what, the
Team
offense really
morale
started suck.
went down.
Well, it wasn't
Team
that bad, but
morale.
I think after Zach Ertz got hurt, that's when it really went down. On
His
offense,
weapons
at
left.
least.
He had no weapons. Then James Conner, then Marquise Brown got hurt. He was in the injury reserve.
Orlando Moore was hurt in and out, right?
That was by like week 4. People were dropping. So that also takes.
I understand that, but here's the one thing here's the one thing that we said about football. It's a game of injuries, so you expect people to drop. You know what I'm saying? You expect people to drop here and there. Miss a game here, miss a game there. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback is usually the leader of the team. You know what I'm saying? Out on the field, it's his responsibility. To get other people to step up.
True.
And maybe Kyler's not a leader.
Done, right?
Maybe Kyler's not a leader.
Easier said than done. To be a leader, not everyone could be a leader, and I think that's the bogus narrative. These quarterbacks and the football teams, like the quarterback be the leader. That's his team. Not all quarterbacks are built to lead. Their ass off, talent, film room, football guru, locker room. He's just there to play ball. He's not there to uplift. Maybe he don't like that. You know what I mean? They'll call the huddle and the speech and cry and spill. Not everyone has that.
So that's a good one, Joseph.
That.
He's a leader in Call of Duty.
Oh, he could be my squad leader. Dude is nice. I could feel him. He's on Twitch later.
Shit,
he's nice with the sticks.
Chris, like you said before, we're not in the locker room. We don't know what's going on, but we can all agree there is some kind of disconnect there.
Yeah,
I think
that's for sure.
What I think it is, I think there's too many chefs in that kitchen. Like you said, Hopkins is a diva. He always wants the ball. Murray wants to run it all the time. You got a strong running back there. You got another wide receiver that's Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a safety that's willing to kill himself, and then the regular defense is just playing normal shit. You have an uneven mix of heart, talent, and leadership. And you could have all the leadership in the world, but when you have too many divas and too many people that want the ball, unless you fuck them up, you're not gonna be able to control them. That's probably why he was picking and choosing who's all right. This game, this guy bitch too much. I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Because you see it. That's where all those stupid mistakes come in.
Listen, all I know is
yeah.
I was watching the YouTube video today, and It was actually Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. And Shannon was like, "Look, I've been around this game a long, long time. I have never seen a player tell the coach to calm the fuck down." And then
maybe he needed.
and then
he probably
and the funny thing is the coach calmed down. And I'm like, "Yo, man, at the end of the day, you think a player is gonna tell Bill Belichick, yo, calm the fuck down?" And Bill Belichick's gonna be like, "Yo, my man, do me a favor, take the fucking jersey off, go to the fucking locker room."
Brady,
Yeah, but
Brady said, "Calm the fuck down, I'm out."
See, that was the thing though. Back in the day when Shannon Sharp was playing, it was well known the coach, the rest of the team. Like that was the hierarchy. The coach, the quarterback, the rest of the team. Nowadays, everybody want to be a star. Everybody's out there trying to make a brand for themselves, a name for themselves. That coach is like, I got no choice but to listen to these niggas because they gonna leave. You know? You think Hopkins ain't gonna be like, yo, you ain't passing me the ball enough. I want to trade.
Yo, but man, there's a trade rumor that they're trying to trade Hopkins.
I saw that in the chat. But I'm like, yo, dude. Back in the day, if they would have been like, yo, you ain't passing me the ball enough, I want to trade. They'd be like, all right, good, sit your fucking ass down. Someone on the bench wants your job, so no, here goes your opportunity to take it. And we pay him less. There's not a lot of that now. And then when you like the only person I've ever seen come off the bench was Mike White that said, I want this fucking job. He's the only person I've seen this season at least. Yeah, that was like, yo, you give me a chance? Let's go, baby. You fucked up. He Brady'd him, right? Because that's what happened with Brady. Brady came in as a backup and took his job.
Brady was a backup.
It was a little bit different because it was different because in Brady's second year in the league, Mo Lewis of the Jets put his helmet in Drew Bledsoe's chest and blew Drew Bledsoe's chest out the fucking water. He got hurt. He caved his chest in. He got hurt, and then that's how Brady got his chance. And then he never gave it up after that. He never gave it up after that.
Brady's career was he was like the fourth stringer in Michigan in college.
He was the backup. He was the backup to Bob. He was the Bob.
He earned.
He was the backup to I forget his last name. But the thing is, his last name is Greasy, and Bob Greasy or whatever. His father was a quarterback. Yeah, I think it's Greasy. I think Brian Greasy. Yeah, he was a starter. Brady was the backup. Yeah, Brian Greasy. Yeah, he was the starter of Michigan, and Brady was the backup.
And Mike White's gonna be the new Brady.
I don't know about that, man.
I might put it off on the Vikings. Tell you that much. I don't believe in Kirk Cousins. Why is Tampa Dallas on a Monday?
It's Brady.
It's money.
It's America's team versus Brady.
Why are they playing on the? Aren't they gonna say Tampa wins? Don't they got to play against Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
I don't think that's fair.
But it's money. It's money. The NFL's all
it's not like they're playing on Thursday.
NFL's all about money, baby. It's all about money. How much can we squeeze out of it? We got Saturday games, we got Sunday games, and yo, fuck it, let's make one game a Monday game.
Yo, and not for nothing,
Thursday.
that game is on Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, it is.
Did that on purpose, bro. Everything is calculated with them, bro. They know what they're doing. Yeah,
Joseph, the Vikings are going to choke. I don't know. Listen,
yeah,
I'm a Giants fan. I have no trust in Daniel Jones. Sorry,
but yo, let me tell you something though. If you shut down Cook, there's not much left the Vikings are going to do unless Kirk Cousins has one of those fucking games that he's probably not going to have.
My man, you gotta shut. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You gotta shut down Jefferson more than Cook.
That boy Jefferson shut down Cook though.
That boy Jefferson is a prop.
Yeah, it is. is a problem.
You see, the thing
nice.
is this. So Cook, it's easy to shut down Cook, and all you gotta do is shut down Cook.
Yeah.
If Kirk Cousins gets rolling and has one of these games that was like, when the fuck did he play like this? It's a problem. Because now shutting down Jefferson, you gotta shut down Kirk Cousins also. You know?
Now you also got to remember the Lions traded one of the better young tight ends to the Vikings in Hutchinson. So now you got Jefferson, you got T.J. Hutchinson, you got Adam Thielen. You know what I'm saying? On the wide receiver, then you got Cook. So it's all going to come down to the Vikings offensive line. If the Vikings offensive line can protect Kirk Cousins, it's going to be a long day for the Giants.
But
I can't wait. Oh, I hope.
You think they could do it?
I think the Giants could beat the Vikings, but I don't think I'm not scared of the Vikings.
Yo, listen. All I know is
I
that
wish my team had them.
Giants playoffs are a totally different team than regular season Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like,
those were Eli Manning teams. Again,
but you got somebody who's better than Eli Manning. At least he can move.
Nah,
you know, and the Giants stepped up the last couple games.
Yo, my man, please don't ever say that Daniel Jones is better than Eli Manning.
In the pocket, like running around, he got more mobility.
Right, but he doesn't mean he's better. Doesn't mean he's better.
I fucking hate Eli.
Well, and that's fine. You can hate Eli, but the man is a two-time Super Bowl MVP, a two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, and then
Hold on. Why is that the excuse for why he's better than somebody, but also the excuse of why he sucks? Every time when y'all say that Eli Manning sucks, it don't matter. He's a Super Bowl champion. But then when you say he's better than somebody, he's a two-time defending Super Bowl champion. It's like either you use it for one, or you use it for like what's going on here?
Listen.
Speaking of birthdays, Cash short because it's somebody's birthday and they all here grumpy and stuff. Like they mad at me on the podcast.
Don't lie.
Uh-oh. Whose birthday is it? Uh-oh. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday, dear Lala. Happy birthday to you. Now Chris is gonna drop some bars for you.
Hold on. I'll flip this. Hold on. How I flip this? Can't flip this.
You gotta go to settings and then change the camera.
I'm good.
My man said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna turn the shit around." Oh shit!
That was like 60 right there. Easy.
Jesus. Yo, what happened to the good old days where that shit was like $25.93?
Rather stay single.
This motherfucker said $25.93.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, not $25.99. No, $25.93.
You know, that's when the real sales was happening. Then somebody figured out 99 sounds better.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Shit.
Nah, but getting back to it, I had a lot of people, in my friend groups that hate Eli, and I'm like, yo, the man when he retired was top 10 in yards, completion, and touchdowns.
He got the. I don't know, bro. I don't know, Android, like, you know what I mean? Like,
all right, put it like this. Because everybody wants to talk. Everybody wants to talk that smack. Name me a Pro Bowl offensive player that Eli Manning played with. Somebody who's going to end up in the Hall of Fame.
Tiki Barber.
Tom
Wrong.
That was your coach.
He's a Tom Coughlin.
But he wasn't a player, Papa.
Tiki Barber.
He played with he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's never going to get in the Hall of Fame. All right, and here's the thing. He only played with Tiki for 1 year. He only played with Tiki for 1 year.
Talking smack. When Tiki was talking smack, that was the year y'all won.
Victor Cruz.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
Tiki Barber was like, yo,
Not yet.
Eli's leadership is like comical.
Right. And then he retired after that year. And then the Giants ended up winning the Super Bowl. Under Eli's comical leadership. But put it like this. When on his team, Hakeem Nicks left the Giants, didn't do anything else afterwards. Steve Smith left the Giants, didn't do anything afterwards. Mario Manningham left the Giants.
It was trash.
Well, Steve Smith caught 112 passes for the Giants when he was with the Giants. So Steve Smith wasn't that trash. All right, Mario Manningham left the Giants, did nothing. Shockey left the Giants, did nothing.
Oh, always been trash.
Platt shot himself in the leg, then did nothing.
No, they ate him before he got to the Giants too. So stop it. Plexico Bird was the man, and not the man. He wasn't the man with Pittsburgh. He was a good number 2 receiver in Pittsburgh. There was Hines Ward was there at the time. He could have been the man. He could have been.
And then when he left, the Steelers brought up Santonio Holmes. So it wasn't like he was the best thing. He wasn't right. It wasn't like. All I'm saying is, and let's not again. Eli Manning offensive coordinator for his first 10 years of his career was a guy by the name of Kevin Gilbride. Kevin Gilbride offense is not predicated on routes. So the passing was between the quarterback and the wide receiver. So if the quarterback saw the opening on the outside, he would throw it on the outside. But if the wide receiver saw the opening on the inside and he cut inside, that's why you would see all those Eli Manning throws where it was like nobody was around or it was going to the defender because there was no set routes in his offensive scheme. That's in the offensive scheme that Eli Manning played for his first 10 years of his career. So put that into consideration before you say Eli Manning wasn't any good.
Yeah, I said that shit. Yeah, I said that shit. This was like 3 weeks ago. You was like, Eli Manning sucks. Yo, bro.
Oh, Eli Manning's my quarterback, man.
I was the one going, Eli Manning beat Brady twice in the Super Bowl. And I'm not even a Giants fan. I'm a Jets fan.
You were telling that shit to Crows. You're not telling that to me.
Like
Eli Manning's my quarterback.
And show. Like, I said it. The fucking... all the Giants fans kept saying how Eli Manning sucked. And I'm like, how do you say the quarterback that got you 2 Super Bowl rings, it sucks?
Because those ain't real Giants fans.
That wasn't his game. It was and the Giants that gave you guys the Super Bowl. When the defense had 10 points, the number 1 offense created in the NFL, that's not Eli Manning. That all you guys.
All right. So I'm gonna dissect. Your little theory right there.
Eli gets the credit because he's the quarterback only. All
right.
The game.
Okay. Joe. I'm gonna shut you down right now. 2007, they go to Lambeau Field, play Brett Favre. Giants put up 37 points.
Brett Favre didn't have no ligaments at that time, bro.
Stop it.
Out, bro.
Stop it, Joe.
No ACL, TCL.
See,
Yeah.
definition of a true hater right there.
What? These ain't no allegations. These are facts, bro.
True hater. True hater. All right. In 2007, Eli Manning powered that team to the Super Bowl. Now, in the Super Bowl, did the defense step up? Yes, they did. But in the Super Bowl, you still have that Eli Manning to David Tyree catch. So without that, the Giants don't win.
Yeah, but was that more on David Tyree or Eli Manning?
Eli Manning had escaped that sack.
Yeah, but Tyree had to catch it.
If Eli Manning doesn't escape the sack and then throw it, there's no possibility of him even catching the ball.
Yeah, but if Tyree didn't have a helmet, there's no possibility of him catching that ball.
We can argue this all day, man.
Both things had to happen. It's not like
Right.
Manning turned around and put that shit in his chest.
Well, no, but
He sprayed and
Tyree,
prayed.
But listen, he still had to escape the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Still on this Eli guy.
He's talking about that throw was better than the catch.
The guy you love to hate.
Bro, if it wasn't for that helmet here right now talking, you would have had one, because there was one Super Bowl against Britain. But not the helmet catch one, not that one. There was Angels. That was the year that went 18.
Okay, so it's okay. It's okay to complain about David Tyree's helmet catch, but we're gonna defend the Jefferson catch where the Buffalo Bill helped him catch that one-handed catch. But that one's okay, right? We're not gonna say anything about that one, right? Nah, don't come with me with that bullshit.
It didn't happen in the Super Bowl. We're talking about the
Don't come with me with that bullshit.
I forget how that shit. His head. He did the
But
football.
But was it a catch? Was it a catch at the end of the day? Yes, it was.
By NFL standards, that shit ain't a fucking catch to me. You need your hands to. My fault. I'm just a dick. That. Well,
I know you got that hater. You got that hater in you.
Well, I ain't no hater. No, we're rivals. I don't care about your team.
I know,
bro.
I mean, fuck your team. I don't care about your team either.
It's on site. I hate your fucking team, bro. Wait.
Yeah, man.
Saturday?
What happened?
AFC teams. AFC. Or Sunday.
Saturday is the Seahawks and the 49ers and the Chargers and the Jaguars. Sundays are the Miami
NFC and AFC.
Yeah. Sunday is the Dolphins versus the Bills, the Giants versus the Vikings, and the Ravens versus the Bengals.
Yo, Sunday's gonna be crack. Yo, hold this goes somewhere.
Nigga, I'm off on Monday, so we out. Yeah, we can go. We can go to. We go to Time Public Park.
Yo, talk shit about
the Sunday night game is on Telemundo. It's on NBC, Peacock, and Telemundo.
It's not ESPN the Ocho.
Yeah, well, the 4:30 game is on Fox Deportes. Mondays is on ESPN 1, 2, 3, 4 plus ABC Deportes, the Ocho 56.
Damn, Joseph, that's a fine hit right there. I hope all the NFC least teams get eliminated. It's funny, for a division it's called the NFC least, they have 3 teams in the playoffs.
God damn, he came out strong. All NFC teams, damn.
No, they're just Krills. It's the least. That's what they call it. That's what they call the NFC East. The NFC least.
Not anymore. We back to the
But you got the Eagles,
beasts.
you got the Cowboys, and you got the Giants.
There's 3 teams. There's 3 teams in our division that's in the playoffs. At Washington,
And if the
and
if the Commanders had a quarterback, it probably would have been 4.
wild card spot. If they would have had the quarterback, like it just registered.
Think about it. They went from they went from Wentz to Heineke to back to Wentz, and then I don't know who the fuck was playing their last game.
You leave Wentz out of this. Still my quarterback. To this day.
My quarterback.
To
My
this
quarterback.
Day.
To this day.
You mean that burger?
Fuck you. On that note, I'm out. Make some lady time.
Yeah. We don't know what you got to do. Yeah. Go have some fun.
Put your picks in for next week.
I gotta do my duty.
Yeah.
My duty calls.
You got to do some boyfriend duty.
No.
I hear you, man.
On that note, fuck the Giants. Go Jag girls.
And we'll fuck the Eagles.
Giants are gonna think. I think I'm with that too. Like fuck my team right now. I think we too soft. I don't know. Put your Christmas tree up, man. What you mean? It is up. We keeping it forever. It's never going back down.
Word.
Yo,
It's gonna grow in that house.
Yo, Tom, see you tomorrow.
Yep.
I play.
See you this weekend. All right, bro.
We'll speak. Yes, sir.
All right, bro. It's one of them.
By the way, Chris, iPhone suck.
Yo, so, all right. What else do the Giants need besides the quarterback?
Do they need linebackers? They need a center. Right there, and they need a consistent wide receiver.
Yeah, that's something that are they keeping Barkley?
I think they re-signed Barkley. I'm not gonna lie. I go on YouTube. I go and I comment on a bunch of Giant posts because I'm really tired of fucking Giants fans talking about how we need to resign Daniel Jones. And I told him, should I, if you're willing to pay this man $30+ million a year, you're out your fucking mind.
But who do you get to replace him? Lamar Jackson?
I'd rather take Lamar. Hell yeah. I'd rather give $30 million a year to Lamar than give it to fucking Daniel Jones. People, you gotta understand. Like I was breaking it down to some other YouTubers. $30 million is way too much money for a quarterback of Daniel Jones' ability. It's just way too much. I mean, you're stupid if you give him that much money. Joseph, I'll take Derek Carr over Daniel Jones.
The way he's been playing with the Raiders?
Yo, it's not his fault that in 8 of the 9 years that he's been in the NFL, his defense has been either 30th ranked, 31st, or 32nd ranked.
Shit. Nah, man. We got Mike White.
Look, Daniel Jones. Again, he's a decent quarterback. I'll give him that. For a white boy, he can run. But it's not like he's gonna break somebody down. A lot of those runs are design runs. Like, hey, we want you to run the ball on this play. It's not like a Lamar. It's not like a Justin Field that they're gonna break down the defense and juke somebody and get out of a bad situation. Daniel Jones can't do that. If you tell him to run straight, the kid is fast straight. He ain't breaking no ankles. He's not juking anybody. You know what I'm saying? He's flawed. He locks onto his receivers. Can't read defenses still. His pocket presses, his pocket awareness is iffy at best. And then you want to give this guy $30 million? Meanwhile, you have at least 5 good quarterbacks coming out in the draft this year.
Yeah, but are the Giants gonna be able to get one of them?
They have 11 picks. They can always trade up.
Yeah, but if he's gonna trade up for one of the top 5, wouldn't he have to trade Barkley?
Nah, you trade picks. But you put it like this, right? Next year, the Giants have close to $60 million in salary cap. If you pay Jones 30, that's half the salary cap right there. You re-sign Barkley. Barkley's probably going to look for a year, a contract between 10 to 15. Right? So boom, that right there is already 45.
Yeah.
You need about 10 to 12 million dollars to sign your draft class. That really leaves you with $3 million to sign a free agent on this team that has a lot of holes. Doesn't make any sense financially. Doesn't make any sense to give this kid a $30 million a year contract. He has not earned $30 million.
So what would make you say that he earned it? Like, what does he have to
not be a bum?
I mean, easier said than done, but I mean, like,
true. Look, his situation hasn't been great. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Suspect wide receiver, suspect offensive line. But the value of a quarterback that you're gonna pay that much money to is making the players around him better than what they are. He can't do that. For him to be good, everything else around him needs to be great. You can't give somebody a quarterback $30 million if everything around him needs to be good for him to be good.
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't the ideal thing to have those same weapons that you asking for with even a quarterback if you were to trade him or if you were to get rid of him?
Well, put it like this: Daniel Jones doesn't know how to throw his receivers open. And in the NFL, you have to know how to throw your receivers open. So a player like everybody's saying, oh, Kenny Golladay, this sucks. Kenny Golladay this, Kenny Golladay that. Daniel Jones doesn't know how to use a wide receiver like Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay is not going to create a bunch of separation. He's not gonna burn no cornerback. He's not a burner. But the dude is 6'4". So throw it up in the air for him to catch it. Daniel Jones is too scared to throw the ball up in the air. So he doesn't know how to throw his receivers open. This is his 4th year in the league. They still don't trust him to be able to read a defense. So he has never audible an offensive call. Joe Burrow, as a rookie, was throwing audibles on calls. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody wants to say, "Oh, the talent level between Joe Burrow and Daniel Jones, it's too big." Joe Burrow is leaps and bounds better. Okay, Joe Burrow was a number 1 overall pick. Daniel Jones went 5 spots later at number 6. So again, Daniel Jones is not that good of a quarterback. And I can debate this with anybody. You can throw any stat you want about Daniel Jones, and out debated because he's not a good quarterback. What you do is you re-sign Barkley. So you give him you re-sign him 10, was it 12 to 15? All right, you still got $45 million left. You try to find yourself a center that can help the offensive line. That's only going to cost you maybe 10. You know, you can bundle your picks to trade up to get get one of the 5 quarterbacks, that might be there, and you let Daniel Jones walk. And now you can put more money in the team. You got a kid on a good rookie contract that's not going to take a lot of money. Plus, a lot of people forget that Tyron Taylor signed a 2-year deal. This was only year 1. He's going to be on the team next year. The Giants have options to help keep rebuilding the roster and then draft a quarterback. Like I told many people before, the way you build a good NFL team is, you build the offensive line, you build the defensive line, then you get a weapon, and then, like I tell people, a quarterback is like the cherry on top of a sundae. And where does the cherry go? On top. And what is it? It goes last. The last thing you should be doing on a team is getting your quarterback, because quarterbacks usually take the most money out of your salary cap.
Yeah.
And Joseph, if I was the Bears, I would not trade Justin Fields, simply because while you got 5 good quarterbacks coming out of the draft, and this is gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself. You don't know what they're gonna be in the NFL. You already seen what Justin Fields can do in the NFL, surrounded by a very bad team. So they're gonna have the number 1 overall pick. They don't need a quarterback. There's a lot of teams that do. So what I would say is they can take that number 1 overall pick and get a top 5 or top 10 pick this year, and another one next year. So now, you'll have one this year, and probably this year you can probably get that team's third. So think about it. You get a top 10 this year. You get a 3rd round draft pick this year also, which is probably going to be the top 10 of the 3rd round. And then next year, you have another one. So next year you get that team's number 1, and you have yours. You know what I'm saying? So now you just set yourself up. Now you just set yourself up lovely, and that in this draft you can go and find yourself offensive line help, because God damn it, the Bears need offensive line help. You know what I'm saying? They need wide receivers. There's a bunch of young, good wide receivers in this draft. So let's say you trade down to like 8. At 8, you can find one of the good young receiver to help Justin Fields. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In round two, you can find yourself offensive line help. In round 3, you come back and you find yourself good offensive line help. I mean, they got some pieces. David Montgomery, he's a solid running back. Their tight end is a solid tight end. All you need is to help, with the offensive line and get this kid some receivers. Now, they did draft a whole bunch of rookies last year. They drafted like 3 offensive linemen last year. And like I tell people, very few rookies, offensive linemen, come in and do great. You know what I'm saying? And they also have money, so you can sign a free agent, a veteran free agent that can come in and help the young kids on the offensive line. Like, literally, the Texans losing the number 1 pick has literally put the Bears in one of the best situations they can have hope for. And if they trade Justin Fields, they're a bunch of fucking retards.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade Justin Fields. He looked like he's doing his thing.
Bro, he can run the ball. He can throw it better than a lot of other quarterbacks. He just needs fucking offensive line help and a wide receiver because they have a good one in that kid Mooney. They just need another one opposite him. But the most important thing they need, offensive line help. That offensive line is atrocious.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they need people to open up a hole for Shaquan.
We're talking about the Bears, not the Giants.
I know, but the Giants' offensive line needs help too. No, but I mean,
Right.
listen, but that's where he's getting all his yards from running. Justin Fields, you know what I'm saying? So, but I feel
Right.
like a lot of these teams need offensive linemen.
Yeah, a lot of the bad teams, yeah, it's offensive line help that they need. The Cardinals need offensive line help. The Bears need offensive line help. The Houston Texans need offensive line help. Look at the Panthers need offensive line help.
Yeah, so
Usually that's what it is.
yeah, I mean, so the top three free agents that's gonna be this year so far, I'm seeing Lamar Jackson, Geno Smith, and Tom Brady. Those are the quarterbacks I'm seeing.
Right. The Seattle's going to try to re-sign Geno Smith.
He's been doing good. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. It's the system. He's finally in the system that he's comfortable in. Yeah, Lamar is gonna now again, Baltimore can franchise him, and if he doesn't sign the franchise, he loses a year, just like Le'Veon Bell happened with Le'Veon Bell. So at the end of the day, Baltimore's gonna have the first crack at him.
Yeah.
But after all the shit that's going on between him and Baltimore, I don't really see that. I don't really see him like if they franchise him. I can see him saying, "Yeah, I'll sit out a year."
Now, does he
It's
have a
not.
choice if they franchise him or not?
No, he doesn't.
So he can't be like, nah, I don't want to be franchised.
He can say that, but if they put the franchise tag on him, no other team can offer him a contract, which sucks.
Even if he doesn't accept it.
Even if he doesn't accept it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, those are the few little here and there shit that the NFL puts in to keep control over players. It's got the crap. It is what it is.
Yeah. You can't let all the players go to the high market teams.
Well, that's why they also have a salary cap. Like the Rams, they're gonna pay for it now. Trading all those number one picks and signing all those players. I think this year I think that's why Sean McVay was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go in." I don't know. His future is up in the air because after this year, they're over the salary cap, so they're gonna have to cut a bunch of players, and they don't have no draft picks.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
they can
So
always
to
trade
win
some of
money,
those players for the draft picks.
well, now see, you got NFL contracts a little weird. In that you can trade a player, but there's something called a dead cap hit. Like when the Giants traded away Odell Beckham, was a year after he signed that big contract.
Yeah.
So the first year that Odell was playing for the Browns, the Giants had a $20 million dead cap hit, and that counts against the salary cap. So that prevents you from signing other players. So it's a tricky situation when it comes to just trading players away.
Yeah. Shit. So
Joseph, what do I think about C.J. Stroud? You know what? the truth, in Ohio State quarterbacks because they all have come out and they've all sucked.
Is he the one of the quarterbacks that are coming up in the draft? CJ
Yeah.
Stroud.
Yeah.
Is he a top prospect or is he one of those?
Yes. Yeah, he's a top prospect.
Shit. So you think he's going number 2? Because you said the Bears had the first pick, right? Or the Browns had
Bears
the
have
first pick.
No, the Bears have the first pick. Texans have the second pick. If I was the Bears, I trade the fucking pick away for a King's ransom and get more draft picks and build that roster up.
And Bryce
Joseph,
Young is what?
He's a quarterback for Alabama, but he's a little bit he's a little bit on the smaller side, you know.
What, like Kyle Murray small or
Like a little bit bigger, taller, but he's only like 180 pounds or something like that.
nah?
So
So if he gets
you know,
hit, he's gonna get hurt.
well, yeah. Well, the thing was with the Bears trade Justin Fields and draft, you know, Bryce Young, and I'm like, yo, Justin Fields like 6'3" and a monster. Why would you trade him for somebody that looks like if he gets hit, he might break?
Word.
Joseph, yeah, I mean, yeah, the Texans and the Colts are in the top 5. They won quarterbacks, but there's a couple of teams underneath them, you know, that might want a quarterback. Look at the Panthers. They're gonna want a quarterback. You know, and it's not like they. I think they have a top 10. They have a top 10 pick. You know,
I'm trying to find if I can find where the picks are for the thing, but they don't have any of that shit on like the online, on like the NFL.com.
What do you mean the
draft situation?
The order?
Yeah.
I just go to NFL.com and put mock drafts or something. What are the or just Google NFL 2023 draft order. It's not gonna give you the complete. It'll give you the draft order based on records today. But that can definitely change depending on what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think only maybe like the top 20 picks are set in stone.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I can still hear you, but yeah, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Go ahead.
So if you're the Giants and you have the ability to trade for Chicago's first pick,
I wouldn't. Nah. You would have to give too much up for the first pick, and truthfully, I'd rather go with the kid from Kentucky or the kid from Tennessee. Now the Giants are going to pick someone in the 20s, and the kid should his last. It's funny because his last name is Hooker, but he should be available in the 20s, and he's very much. He's like a Daniel Jones, where he can run, but he has a better arm than Daniel Jones, and he's shown to have better qualities than Daniel Jones. Yeah, Joseph. That's why I wouldn't do it. You know, fucking, he's Kyler Murray size. I mean, you have a big kid in Justin Fields there. Why? Why even bother? All you got to do is give that kid an offensive line. You know, give him a wide receiver, and get him out, get out his way. He looks like the real deal to me. And was it? I'm not a big fan of Mel Kiper, but Mel Kiper actually has a quarterback from Kentucky as his number one overall quarterback.
Okay, so Joseph just sent me the draft order, and it's
Okay.
Chicago, the Texans, the Cardinals, the Colts, the Seahawks via Denver, the Lions via Los Angeles Rams, or the Raiders. I'm sorry. Then the Raiders, then the Falcons, then the Panthers, the Eagles, the Texans. I mean the Titans, the Texans, the Jets, the Patriots, Green Bay, the Commanders, the Steelers, and then the Lions again. This is the
Yep.
top
So put it
18
like
picks.
that. Put it right here. Bears don't need a quarterback, in my opinion. Texans do. The Colts do. The Cardinals don't need a quarterback. So you don't have to really trade for the number one overall pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The Colts are not gonna fucking take a quarterback because they invested so much money in Kyler Murray. You know they're not going quarterback.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the Raiders might want to trade up. The Panthers might want to trade up.
Shit, the Panthers should trade up. They have fucking this dude as their quarterback, and they got rid of him.
Who? Sam Darnold?
Yeah, no. Didn't they
Baker
just
Mayfield?
have Baker Mayfield? Yeah,
Yeah, and they also had Sam Darnold.
I think Sam
Right
Darnold's a
now,
decent quarterback, but
yeah, right. I think Sam Darnold's a decent quarterback, but again, he's never had any luck with having any real players around him.
yeah,
Last year he started off like 3-0 and was killing it because he had a healthy Christian McCaffrey. He had a healthy offensive line, and his wide receiver was healthy. His offensive line started to get hurt. Christian McCaffrey got hurt, and then it went all downhill from there. Oh yeah, Joseph, 100%. Harbaugh leaves Michigan, and he's hired by Indianapolis. Definitely taking a quarterback. Definitely. But you know what? Bryce Young is, to me, he's too small. CJ Stroud, I guess he's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, up until this year, up until Justin Fields, you couldn't trust Ohio State quarterbacks. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if the kid from Kentucky is the first quarterback to go off the board.
who is he going to?
Whoever trades for the Bears. I'm telling you right now, if the Bears management has any sense in them, you keep Justin Fields and you ransom that number one draft pick.
All right, so if you're the Bears and you ransom in the number one draft pick, what do you want?
I want a number one from this year, a number three for this year, and I definitely want your number one from next year. And I might do the fourth rounder for next year.
Who do
And
you
they'll
think is
probably be like,
willing to give that up?
I'll tell you right now, the Lions, the Raiders, and the Panthers. The Lions would be the best, the team the better team to do that because they've drafted well the last couple of years, and you can see by their offense. So all they really
Yeah,
needed to do is get some defensive players. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Hell, they traded T.J. Hawkinson away to Minnesota, and their backup tight end, is killing it too. You know what, Joseph? I think too that Jared Goff is okay. I think he's okay, but there's rumors that a lot of teams want to interview the offensive coordinator from the Lions. And let's cut the crap. Jared Goff has not had this much talent around him since he was a rookie for the Rams, and he had uh, um, what was it? What the running Kyle Turley or whatever his last name, the running back that fucked up his knee.
For the Rams?
Yeah, forgot his. I know it was like Turley or whatever. When Jared Goff was a rookie on the Rams, he was a running back, and he was the top running back in the league before he fucked up his knee.
I'm gonna see if I can look it up.
Excuse me.
When was Jared Goff a rookie?
Uh, I forgot. I was gonna say 4 years ago.
2021. George Pickens. Oh, that's Pickens. I don't know what.
I was gonna say 2019. Yeah, Todd Gurley. There you go, Todd Gurley.
Okay.
Look, at that year, Jared Goff had Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks on the offense. Right there is two pretty good fucking players to have on your offense.
Yeah.
So, as a rookie, he was killing it. Todd Gurley hurt his knee. It became a degenerative a thing that it was only going to get bad, worse and worse every year. So he went from being the top running back in the league to not even being in the league this year.
Shit.
That's why me and Joy earlier, we said, yo, get that guarantee money because this is what happens in the NFL.
Nah, seriously.
You go from being the best at your position to being out of the league in 2 years because
Shit,
of
that's
an
why
injury.
that's why they were saying Lamar Jackson should have got his extension.
Absolutely. That's why I think Lamar Jackson, if he had his money, he'd be playing this weekend. But since Baltimore don't want to give him his money, he ain't playing this weekend.
Yeah.
And I feel him. I feel him.
No, I hear you. So, quick question: who you think is winning the Super Bowl?
That's
Who
a
do you
tough
think is
question.
winning this? Who do you think is winning the Super Bowl? Who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
That's a tough question. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna come down to two teams, and they're both in the AFC. It's either the Chiefs or the Bills.
Okay,
And I prefer the Bills to win the Super Bowl.
because they never won a Super because they don't win Super Bowls.
They don't win Super Bowls. Remember, they went to 4 Super Bowls back to back to back to back and lost all 4.
Yeah, boy, I love losing Super Bowls.
But you know what? Want to know what's the weirdest thing about that? Each Super Bowl they lost to an NFC East team.
The fix is in.
They lost
The
twice
fix
to
is
the
in.
Cowboys. They lost twice to the Cowboys, once to the Giants, and one to Washington.
Yep. The fix is in. All right. So who do you want? You wanted the Bills to win the Super Bowl, right? That's
I
what you
want
said.
those. Yeah.
And then who you think is gonna win?
If they get their defense to play even okay, the Chiefs just have way too much firepower, man.
Okay. Joseph
Nah,
said.
Tom Brady be lucky. I want Tom Brady to beat the Cowgirls just because fuck the Cowgirls.
Word.
But I don't think they go anywhere.
Yo, I want the Jaguars to win the Super Bowl.
The Jags,
Yeah, they're my second favorite team.
Joseph brought up a good point. The Bengals are good offensively and have a pretty good defense.
Yeah, that's who I was gonna say. That's who I think is probably gonna win the Super Bowl.
It's sad that we're only talking about AFC teams. We're not even talking about any NFC teams.
Word.
Because at the end of the day, fuck the Eagles. It's the Eagles. Fuck them.
Word.
The Vikings have Kirk Cousins at the quarterback, who can either look like a fucking superstar or fucking look like he just got off the fucking, just to put me in coach, I'm ready to play kind of shit.
Yeah.
The Giants. If the Giants beat the Vikings, it's going to be by the skin of their teeth. I don't think it'll be a very close game if the Giants are winning. If the Vikings ended up winning, I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yo, if the Giants beat the Vikings, I might just be on some. It might be Giant time again.
No.
And Joseph goes, like Crow said, I just don't trust Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, listen, I get it, but don't also be upset if he comes out and fucking throws for 5 touchdowns and then walks back into the locker room saying, "Yeah, you like that? You like that?" Listen, it's crazy football. This time of year is crazy. We all love it. Let's cut the crap, but it's crazy time.
Yeah.
I think the most complete team in the NFC is definitely the Eagles, but because fuck the Eagles, I can't pick them. I mean, Tom Brady's Tom Brady, man. Fuck Tom Brady.
Or he ain't playing for the Jets. He ain't the greatest. I told Quills I'll acknowledge him and LeBron if they come to the Jets and the Knicks and win a championship for us. Then they're the best. Until then, they're not the greatest.
If, and this is a big if, the Eagles win it all again, I will be mad. You know what? That is a good one, Joseph. I don't think they should build any statue. I think that statue was a complete, utter lack of disrespect towards Carson Wentz, and I really think that's why he never was any good back with the Eagles. The Eagles are so stupid. They built a fucking statue of Nick Foles, and Nick Foles has not done shit.
Yeah.
Ever since then. And it's like I tell Cruz this all the time. Nick Foles is a good quarterback when there's no pressure on him.
Yeah.
When Carson Wentz went down, There was no pressure on him, even though the Eagles were like the number one ranked team at that time. Nobody expected him to do anything, so no pressure on him. Even in the Super Bowl, everybody's like, "Yeah, you guys are not beating the Patriots, just don't even play the game." And they ended up winning. He signs a contract with the Jags, and even before the end of that season, that his first year, he's no longer the starter. And the year after that, he gets traded away. He signs a contract with the Bears, and he can't beat out Mitch Trubisky for the starting quarterback job.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? He leaves the Bears, signs with the Colts, and again can't beat out the fucking Matt Ryan. And Matt Ryan was doo-doo this year with the Colts. That's kind of crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Again, when there's no pressure on Nick Foles, he plays good. Any type of pressure, he fucking folds like the true bitch he is.
Yeah. I mean,
So the fucking Philly made a statue out of him, and what should have done was made a statue for Doug Peterson, because he was the one that put that team together as the head coach. And now look what he's doing in Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence and the Jags.
yeah.
Because people forget that team is in the playoffs, but last year that team looked like a joke because of Urban Meyer.
Yeah, last year that team was in what, last place?
Yeah, like they're like one of the bottom 5 teams in the league.
Yeah, I remember that. That was horrible. Shit, but yo, we're gonna call it early this one because I'm. It's getting harder. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to stay up. This has been a long fucking week, and it's only Wednesday. But real quick,
put your picks
what do
in.
you think?
I gotta put my picks in.
Yeah, what do you think the game of the week is gonna be this weekend?
Ooh, Jags and Chargers.
Okay. I have my eye on the Giants and Vikings. I think that one's gonna be a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Giants are gonna do better than what most people think. The Chargers and the Jaguars for Joseph. But yeah, guys, next week we'll be back talking about the round 2 of the playoffs or whatever with some more stuff. Hopefully, we get
go get some sleep.
Yeah, man, my bad. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody. I think the Giants expose the Vikings and blow them out. I think so too. I think the Giants are gonna take it. Peace, everybody.
Later.